This is a pride event. Is allegedly Glad and the HRT just have roaming hit squads or something? Censor people? Right? Why are we so scared to say this in public?
Bruh.
Wow.
Oh. That's a pity.
Attention, citizens.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back, my friends. If you're new here, I am Lance. If you're returning, welcome back. Now, I'm checking out a video by Arielle Scarcella. Now, if you're not familiar with Arielle Scarcella, she is a female commentary channel. She talks a lot about the community and the craziness that's going on with the community. And I first was introduced to her channel through YouTube Shorts.
Should you cut off contact with family members just because they are voting for Donald Trump? Yes. If so far they have not been able or willing to listen to compassion, that love and kindness is the answer, they must experience consequences.
Jeffrey, the fact that you're donning red, white, and blue here is kind of highly ironic, but I digress. As a lesbian and a Trump supporter, I voted for Trump in 2020. I am going to vote for him again in 2024. I did not vote for him in 2016, but a lot of people in my family and friend groups did. Did I excommunicate them? Did I unfriend them, unfollow them? No, because I am not incapable of listening and understanding different perspectives. I'm not a narcissist who makes every single issue about me and my community, even though in this case, it's not about me and my community, because Trump is very supportive of actual LGBT people.
And she always had some great commentary. She came correct, and she always give me a chuckle because of how she delivered it. And I wanted to, because we just reacted to JoJo Siwa talking about the whole thing about her girlfriend and the whole Big Brother UK thing and hooking up with this guy that looks like Finn Balor a little bit. I have to say she has good taste at least. But I saw Arielle talk about this, and her title was called Dear JoJo Siwa, You're Not Queer, You're Just Narcissistic. Now, the facial expression of Arielle is usually my look every time I go on TikTok and I see one of those activists on TikTok.
But I ain't one to gossip, so you ain't heard it from me.
So I think this might be a pretty good video. Let's get right into it. I'll leave the link for Arielle. It's a good Italian name, but I'm probably going to mispronounce it. Scarcella. Yeah, it's a C in there. Sella. And I'll leave the link down there in the description down below. And check out her channel. Become a subscriber, channel member. She has Patreon. Become a Patreon member. His face that she picked for JoJo. I'm sorry, but let's keep going. It's just the
Dear JoJo Siwa, you're not queer, you just want attention. And that's okay, but like, say that that's what it is. Welcome back to your favorite non-leftist lesbians YouTube channel, me. Make sure to subscribe if you are
Arielle?
new here, because I don't just talk about LGBT topics, I talk about culture and politics and a load of other things. But the reason I wanted to touch on this specifically is because it reeks of narcissism. So for those of you who don't know, JoJo Siwa got her fame off of appearing on Dance Moms back in 2015. Since then, she continued grabbing the attention of super young girls with her music videos. And for a while there, even though I didn't like it, I didn't like see a problem with it. I thought it was cute. I thought it was empowering for young women, for young kids. Then in 2021, she came out as a lesbian. Again, fine. I'm fine with it. She then went on to go on shows like Ellen, wearing glittery, rainbowy everything. We all had that phase. Well, most of us did. She also was on Dancing.
I will. Okay. Pause that for a second. A lot of when people first come out, we're a little bit. People can't really take us when we first come out, because when I first came out, I was loud and proud, but I wasn't like screaming from the hills. But if someone says, "Are you gay?" I'm like, I was not hesitant. I was like, "Yes, of course I am." All gay people kind of come out, but after a few years, the honeymoon phase goes away, and it's just like you're just waking up every day. You're like, okay, another day, But when you first come out, a lot of times it's just like, yes, because you feel like you suppress so much, and you just want to let everyone know and let your flame burn bright and stuff like that. And that's perfect. It's always like that. It's what I call the honeymoon phase. We just kind of like, it's not the best term, I guess, but we just kind of, but just like me, all through my 20s, I was like that. And then when I got to my 30s, I just kind of calmed down and all that. It's just like another day in paradise for me. Is what's new under the sun. And here's now in my 40s, and I'm just like, okay. But I get it when people first come out, they just want to let everyone know. I get it. It happens to all people when they first come out. But it calms down after a while.
With the stars and made history as the first same-sex couple dance partners. I think they came in like second place, which cool, fine. Then she decided to pull a Britney and Christina and went all sexual, which, again, fine. You're over 18, fine. Do what you want to do. This is when she started to piss me off, though. In 2024, she was quoted as saying, "Nobody in my generation has done anything this dramatic of a change," which is a load of shit. Also saying that she created a new genre of music, gay pop, which again, narcissism starting to hit me, get me a little pissed. Because girl, have you ever heard of, I don't know, Troye Sivan, RuPaul? Tegan and Sarah responded to this in an iconic fashion on TikTok.
I wanted to start a new genre of music. And they said, "What do you mean?" And I said, "Well, it's called gay pop."
Amazing, by the way. Now, after all of the rainbow everything, speaking as a lesbian, being a lesbian pop icon, making gay music, gay pop, she decided the last few weeks to go on UK Big Brother and had a traumatic incident of Mickey Rourke or however you want to say it, saying that she wasn't really a lesbian.
If I stay longer than 4 days, you won't be gay anymore.
I can guarantee I will still be gay and I will still be in a very happy relationship.
I'll tie you up.
I can promise you that won't happen.
Then he made a joke about how he was going to vote her out because she was a lesbian.
Yeah,
eventually. I'm going to vote the lesbian out real quick.
JoJo.
That's homophobic.
And then she went and cried because of the trauma. She went and cried to her hot British castmate that she'd been cuddling and flirting with for the majority of the season, all while her girlfriend, well, now ex, was watching this unfold live on TV. This is all tiresome, but I know I'm not gonna have any trouble sleeping because of today's sponsor, Hypnosio. Yes, I believe in the power of hypnosis.
Okay,
honestly,
girl,
I've read, I think,
sell
7 or
your
8
stuff,
books
girl.
on. And then after all this bullshit, funnily enough, or ironic enough, a few days after Lesbian Day of Visibility, she decides to come out as queer to her drag queen castmate.
"Oh no, I'm not lesbian, I'm queer." You know? And I think that's really cool. You know? I'm switching letters! You're a queer bitch. Fuck the L, I'm going with you!
Did this bitch just say fuck the L? Remember back in the day when people like that would come out as lesbians just state being lesbians? Because it was such a huge process. We had to make sure that we knew who we were attracted to, and like none of it was for attention because it wasn't like a popularity thing. It wasn't like a fad. And all of this is such a ploy for attention. It's just, it can't be more obvious to me, honestly. The crying, the cursing, the one letter, fuck the L, the being excited about switching letters.
I'm glad I missed that in the first video. F the L go. Really? Is it that easy? I wish I heard that. Because I would have ranted about that one. Oh, okay. We're just starting. This is only 4 minutes. We got another 10 minutes of this. So I could just imagine I might have to take another dose of my blood pressure medication right after watching this, I think. Because the nonsense. Girl, if I was a lesbian, I'd be pissed off too. Because that's always the consensus with lesbians. It's like they do it for attention from men. Even in the 90s, when in college and stuff, I saw that very evident. Fake gay girls, a lot of fake gay girls in college. And a lot of the lesbians, I hated that.
Half of the JoJo is saying doesn't even make sense. If you like dudes, why don't you just come out as bisexual? Why come out as queer? Because being bisexual is like not good enough these days. It's not woke enough, right? Queer can mean anything. Queer is different. It's edgy. Also, if you claim to have only liked girls beforehand, why were you dating someone that's non-binary? Because a non-binary person would say that they're not a girl, by the way. That's just very unwoke of you to begin with.
So do you like girls or boys?
Me? Girls.
I know, I can tell.
My partner is non-binary.
I should say, why was she with somebody that was non-binary? Because they've since broken up.
Do you mean your relationship?
That is one of them. They straight up asked me if I was happy and I said no.
Went to the after party and was dumped.
Was your relationship and what's going on between the two of you a catalyst in that?
Now, the reason this pisses me off isn't because she came out as queer. We don't want her. Seriously, you could have her. She probably is more queer than Elle anyway. Because queer is clearly a political ideology. It's about being woke and annoying and narcissism galore. The reason I'm pissed is because I get tons of women in my DMs every day who truly are lesbians, right? Who will now see this and say, maybe I'm not enough. And yeah, this is an ongoing trend. I've seen this. People are afraid to just simply be lesbians these days. It's not cool enough. It's not woke enough. It's bigoted. It's not inclusive enough. When I go to pride parades, there are a ton of lesbians who are lesbians that don't want to admit it. This is an interview I filmed last October in Orlando at Orlando Pride.
Are you guys homosexual?
Orlando, that hits too close to home to me. I know where this is. Oh my God. I've seen. I had an ex that lived right close to this area. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh God. We're afraid to say what. Really?
Yeah.
What kind of homosexual?
That's not a good question for me.
Oh, I guess I identify as lesbian.
You're a lesbian?
Yeah.
And what about you?
I'm bisexual.
What about you?
Undecided.
Undecided. Maybe she'll meet somebody at the pride parade. Do you know?
My girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
Gay. Yeah, I'm definitely gay.
So what was the question? What were you like worried about answering?
Well, I mean, it's just like, I guess like coming with like a specific label.
If you have a girlfriend, you're at least a little gay.
Well, yeah, no. Like, I am gay. Yeah, I'm gay.
Good. I like gay people.
Yeah.
But of course, it is not.
She came with that receipt. It's one thing for her to say that they kind of then actually see the footage. You actually had your girlfriend say, yeah, I'm a lesbian, and you still had reservation to almost kind of look around like, are we going back in the closet? What is going on? Am I in the Twilight Zone? Like, I could see. Let me tell you a scenario. I could see something like that, but not in this scenario, which it just blows my mind. I could see in that group of females, like one of them might be a straight ally going to a pride event. I could see that kind of like, okay, yeah, I'm straight, but I'm an ally. Even though a straight ally should be just as welcome in the pride event with their friends, you shouldn't feel like you have to be, oh my God, I have to be a certain label or people want to, judge. This is a pride event. Is allegedly GLAAD and HRT just have roaming hit squads or something? Censor people? Like, why are we so scared to say this in public?
Bruh.
Wow.
Oh. That's a pity.
That's crazy. That is crazy. You actually had your girlfriend say, oh yeah, I am. And you still you're hesitant to even say it. Maybe it was just that once. I don't know. That's not good. We're just going back in the closet now. Is that what? At a pride event? That blows my mind.
Or yet, because JoJo Siwa has now thought about her gender. She's rethinking her gender identity because the narcissism isn't narcissizing enough.
Recently, I've had my partner, this best friend, and through them, I've also met 20 people who are identified as non-binary, which is just like, I'm not that, so I just am. I don't know, it's, I feel like them. You know what I mean? I feel like that group of people.
Right, just like you're just who you are.
I just am, I just exist. I just don't want to say it and then realize that it's not and take away from people who are.
I'll say it again. JoJo, you are not non-binary. You just want attention. And don't think that this isn't affecting people in the real world. I went to Miami Pride 2 weeks back, and every single person that I interviewed when I asked, hey, how do you identify, would state their gender and pronouns before their sexual orientation, which is what Pride is actually about, like originally about. Sexuality, sexual orientation.
How do you guys identify?
I'm a cis female, mass non-binary, pansexual.
Are you really? You're non-binary. How do you guys identify?
She, her.
She, her. How do you guys identify?
I identify as like anything. I don't really care. Yeah.
As anything. Isn't that crazy that everyone assumes I'm talking about gender identity when this all started out as a sexual orientation thing, right?
Yeah.
What are your identities?
Female. She, female. Female, she.
I identify as he, him.
Yeah. How do you guys identify?
She, her.
Her, she.
The Queer Marxism Project said people who call themselves non-binary are rejecting the gender binary of men and women. Non-binary means no binary. No men, no women. Queer Marxists are pushing these ideas into culture because they believe the gender binary was created by capitalism. And we know that 99.9% of these queer people are Marxists, socialists, communists, what have you. It's all very annoying, very tiresome, very regressive. We see a ton of celebrities getting involved in this, of course. Demi Lovato famously was a they, them for like a year before telling everybody, just kidding, I'm not actually that. Sam Smith and Jonathan Van Ness have been able to keep up with this. Elliot Page as well. A few recent ones include Miley Cyrus, Bella Ramsey, and of course the most obnoxious one of them all, Cynthia Erivo.
It isn't easy. None of it is. Waking up and choosing to be yourself. Proclaiming a space belongs to you when you don't feel welcomed. Teaching people on a daily basis how to address you and dealing with the frustration of reteaching people a word that has been in the human vocabulary since the dawn of time. They, them.
And because of this all, queer has become a fashion statement, a fad, a load of bullshit. All the celebrities' kids are doing it now. Honestly, it's because nobody wants to be rich and not oppressed in some kind of way. I mean, we now have Rosie O'Donnell telling the world that her kid is non-binary and that she's fled to Ireland to escape the reign of Trump.
Yes, as you know, some people entertain the idea of moving abroad after the 2024 election. You actually did it. Tell us about your experience so far, and do you have any regrets?
I have no regrets. Not a day has gone by that I thought it was the wrong decision. I was welcomed with open arms. I knew after reading Project 2025 that if Trump got in, it was time for me and my non-binary child to leave the country. Although I was not one of the celebrities who announced that that's what I would do, I made the decision within my family and my therapist, and should he win, and then when he did, we made the plan into action, and we were gone before he was inaugurated.
By the way, in another interview, she actually tells us that her kid is autistic. Do you remember how many times we've said that we noticed that we think that a lot of these non-binary and trans people are actually just autistic? Like, a lot.
Disbanded the Department of Education. And I have a child who has autism, and that child will be denied services, and many autistic children.
By the way, new video on gender and autism coming very soon. If you have not already, make sure to subscribe so you are the first to see it when I post. Either way, we know this is all political. Show me a non-binary or a queer person that did not vote blue or progressive or, I mean, regressive, really. Oh, it's not regressive, you say? I completely disagree. This is why shit like this is allowed to happen. Happy Lesbian Visibility Week. Praise your butches, kiss your femmes, date a dyke. Why do we have straight up dudes that are probably straight up dudes, straight dudes, being allowed to say the word dyke? Just to be clear, I couldn't care less who says that word, because I believe in free speech and anyone should be able to pretty much say anything and comment on any situation. But in leftist circles, they're allowed to do this, but somehow at the same time, everything else is considered cultural appropriation or some kind of appropriation. We have licensed therapists now talking about having gay men's guide to vaginal. What is it called? To vaginal play. Listen to this. Feeling really excited about giving a talk next month called Uncharted Pleasures, a gay man's guide to vaginal play. This one means a lot to me. Creating space for queer folks. Why do they always say folks? To explore pleasure with curiosity, care, and confidence. Blah, 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 blah. My question for you guys is, has this all gotten celebrities and activists more fame and acceptance and love? Or is it just pissing more people off? Because honestly, I would say the latter. This person
Hold on. What? I want to go back to this. What are we talking about? Uncharted Pleasure, a gay man's guide to vaginal... Gay man's guide to What? What is going on here? Are you... I want to know in the comments what the hell this is. Because... I have a lot of questions with this. Let's just keep going. I have a lot. This video is more than I anticipated. I'll tell you that much. I was anticipating some of it. There's two things that kind of give me a system shock.
I'm so tired, child. I'm so tired. I'm really tired.
And confidence, blah, 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 blah. My question for you guys is, has this all gotten celebrities and activists more fame and acceptance and love? Or is it just pissing more people off? Because I honestly, I would say the latter. This person on Reddit said, as gay bros on Reddit has gotten wind of this obscene absurdity, suffice to say, the gay bros aren't impressed. Somebody else said, will you be giving a talk instructing straight men in the uncharted pleasures of penis play? The truth is, they probably will and have at some point in their career. All you have to do is call this queer sex and not gay sex, and more people than not won't be offended anymore. Like it's okay. And yeah, there have been a ton of articles also telling lesbians how to be okay with like navigating into the world of penis. I can't even say that without like, but the funniest news of this entire week has to be the absolute meltdown of Starbucks employees over their new dress codes. And yes, before we watch the clip, these people all do look like they work at Starbucks.
Something that Starbucks loves to do is allow partners to be themselves or whatever that PR that they want to push. I don't understand how that's in good faith of letting us express ourselves. I don't understand how that's supposed to embody craft and culture and bring us back to that coffee house kind of vibe that Starbucks is asking for.
This is not a legal action that Starbucks is taking by unilaterally deciding what the dress code is going to be and then creating this so-called feedback session where the dress code's already created and we're just expected to let off some steam and still accept it. Lying down. This isn't a feedback.
If you no longer identify as a lesbian, leave. If you don't like America, Rosie O'Donnell, leave. If you don't like Starbucks' new policies, bye, bitch. Leave. I guarantee almost no one will miss you. Which brings us to today's spiritual common sense. You are the one in control of your happiness, of your inner peace. If you keep looking for outside validation, whether that's through the attention that you're getting for your sexual orientation, your gender identity, for which politics you have, if you're cool or not, if you live in fear of the world and of Trump, if you keep trying to make yourself feel better by controlling others, it's not gonna work. You're gonna be miserable. You're gonna hate life. You will be in hell, okay? That's what hell actually is to me, by the way. Not knowing who you truly are, living in a world of fear, of chaos, of uncertainty. Let me know what you guys think in the comments though. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up and make sure you go and check out today's sponsor, Hypnosio. Get better sleep and help your weight loss journey continue in the best direction. Make sure you go and support companies who support our morals and this channel. Other than that, I will see you guys back here in a few days with a brand new video. Until then, I love you. Love yourselves. Keep calling out the bullshit. Bye.
All right, Arielle. All right, Arielle, coming with the video. I said turn off the ads. Okay, shut this shit down. When I really need something to shut this shit down. That was a good video. I really enjoyed that. Like I said, there's a couple of things in there that kind of threw me off guard there. But other than that, this is a very good video. She had a lot of good talking points that I didn't even see. And Starbucks employees, you wear a black shirt and pants, and you wear a little thing over your thing. No, like, what is the dress code? What, you can't have that little snow cone on top of your head or something like that? Like, I don't understand. Like, it's a black shirt and some jeans, and you wear the stupid little schmuck anywhere, or whatever they call the apron. What's the big? I don't understand. What's the big? It's a dress code. It's, you go to work, you get paid to work, and you can dress as you want outside of work. We don't have to dress like cartoon characters at work. We have to be professional. I don't understand that. This whole new idea of people just have, they think they can run companies. These don't want to fucking work and just complain. I don't get it. Bills come every month. How about you work and get your bills paid, and then you can do your little social justice warrior deal on TikTok after work and just keep it pushing and keep your shit to yourself so people can get their goddamn coffee in peace. Oh, God. the work ethic of people these days sucks. No one wants to work. Everyone's Jesus Christ. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you thought about this. I like Arielle. We might have to check out more Arielle stuff in the future. But yeah, like I said, I checked it out since I just reacted to the JoJo Siwa with Spill Sesh, and I just saw that this video came up, so I was like, I like to see what she had, see her perspective, and she didn't disappoint. So let me know in the comments, and take care of yourself, take care of each other. Peace and grace.